Our planet is home to many mysteries like the Bermuda Triangle, the purpose of our existence, and even the Egyptian pyramids. But there's one place that captures the imagination of millions, mainly due to its supposed connections with alien life. What am I referring to? That's right, Area 51. Unidentified flying objects, commonly known as UFOs, are at the heart of many extraterrestrial tales, and many of these stories share a familiar setting, Area 51. But does the American military base have anything to do with flying saucers and aliens? According to a former CIA employee, the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States, there's some pretty weird stuff going on there. So let's look at the facts. Around the world, there are many military bases, some of which are secret and have remained undiscovered to this day. Of all these bases, the most famous and associated with conspiracy theories is Area 51, which is in the United States, for those who aren't aware. Officially, Area 51 is a remote detachment of Edwards Air Force Base located in Lincoln County in the southern part of Nevada, about 80 miles northwest of the infamous city of Las Vegas. The area, which is predominantly desert, has a tiny population that usually resides in towns or cities with populations not exceeding a few thousand. To give you an idea, the entire population of Lincoln County is at most 6,000. When you add up all the factors, it makes for an ideal place to build a secret military base. However, for a long time, the exact happenings at the site were unknown. The United States government only acknowledged Area 51's existence in 2013, when the CIA declassified some documents. Before that, any inquiries about the place were ignored. But why all the secrecy? Was there a need to establish a base in the middle of nowhere? First, it's important to clarify that Area 51 is just a part of a large military complex that was used in the 1940s and 1950s for atomic bomb testing. The base began its actual operations in 1955. If you're familiar with the history, you'll know that the Cold War was in full swing then. Concerned about Soviet advancements, Americans created aircraft that could infiltrate and spy on the Soviet Union undetected. But what happened inside Area 51? Well, the United States government developed different powerful weapon projects at Area 51. But today, people have yet to learn what the most recent projects at the base are, and what programs are currently in development. It could involve planes invisible to radars, aircraft capable of flying at unprecedented speeds, or even ones that can reach extreme altitudes, nearly leaving our planet's atmosphere. Now, if the base's real purpose is to develop cutting-edge military weapons and aircraft, why keep it a secret? Area 51 became famous for UFO sightings and is the subject of hundreds of conspiracy theories. Generally, we can identify two main reasons. The first is that the site was kept confidential, and the United States government denied its existence for a long time. Naturally, all this secrecy fuels people's imaginations and becomes fertile ground for spreading conspiracy theories. The second reason is that because it involves advanced technology unseen by the general public, the lights and movements of the aircraft, along with their sounds, are associated with flying saucers and thus extraterrestrials. So, is everything I've just described an explanation for Area 51's connection with extraterrestrials? At least in theory, yes. However, that doesn't mean it's an absolute truth. Reports from former U.S. intelligence employees have sparked controversies that have helped confirm some conspiracy theories. For instance, in 1989, Bob Lazar claimed that he worked in the infamous area and witnessed tests of extraterrestrial technology, like a spacecraft powered by antimatter, and a mysterious substance called Element 115, which produced a powerful gravitational wave. Despite the theory being astonishing, ufologists believe it's nothing but a tall tale. However, Thornton T.D. Barnes, an engineer who worked at Area 51 during the Cold War, says that while he was there, not even his family knew where he was or what he was doing. Barnes was involved in the development of a secret spy plane project. According to him, the planes were tested at heights that made it impossible for locals to spot them, but the lights were still visible, which may have given rise to theories involving extraterrestrials. Years later, in 2009, Barnes stated in an interview that no one at Area 51 knows about extraterrestrial life or has connections with UFOs. He also mentioned that you could find various aircraft, though humans made all. He said that working at Area 51 was one of the most tedious jobs he'd ever had in his career. More recently, Barnes made further disclosures about his time at the site. In an interview with a television channel, he claimed that the area was never secret since everyone knew about its existence. The real secret is who's there and what they're doing. On that same occasion, he revealed information that surprised many, details that even people working at Area 51 might not have known. Initially, when the military base in the Nevada desert was created, it was called Station D. It had various names and nicknames over the years, which the CIA chose in 1955 as the perfect environment to secretly test and fly the United States spy planes. The CIA originally referred to the area as Watertown Strip, named after the CIA director's hometown at the time. It wasn't until 1955 that the term Area 51 came about. Barnes also revealed that over the years, the site gained various other names, but the one that stuck was indeed Area 51. In 2017, a physicist who also worked in the area stated that people tend to imagine many things, but in reality, it's just a place of hard work. No one has time to think about extraterrestrial life or to fabricate stories about it. In the end, it's important to remember that Area 51, though associated with stories of extraterrestrials and UFOs, is first and foremost a military base. Its primary purpose is to ensure the security of the United States. What happens inside, however, remains a mystery that has yet to be fully disclosed. When scandals erupted within the CIA in the 1970s, the agency was prohibited from operating in the area, and Station D, as it was known, came under the control of the United States Air Force. So does that mean everything we've always heard about Area 51 is a lie? Not necessarily. What Barnes has said does make sense. But who's to say he's telling the truth? Could the United States government have instructed him to lie to conceal the truth? That would also make sense. We will probably never know the real story about the place unless the United States allows people to visit. What about you? What's your take on the infamous Area 51? Was it used for alien contact or to hide them from the rest of the world? Remember to leave your comment. Comment your thoughts, and for more brain-tingling discussions, subscribe to Brain Outside the Box. Goodbye.